So I appreciate what the president's trying to do here, but it's not going to really help. Um, because quite frankly, people, it's just gotten to the point where this group of people are the only ones that are okay to be made fun of. So President Donald Trump announces he's working to rapidly end anti-Christian bias in America. Imagine things that are it's so bad that we have to worry about anti-Christian bias. Now, this is a country where you have like a comedian, right? Now, comedy should be able to span everything, but you have comedy. They don't make fun of the Torah or Jews because you get canceled. They don't make fun of Muslims or the Quran because you get canceled. But they can make fun of Jesus and the Bible and God and all that. Christians are the only religion, only people in this country you are openly able to mock and ridicule and make fun of and go after. You go after Jews, you get canceled. You go after Muslims, you get canceled. Every other religion, you get canceled. Nope. If you're a Christian, you're free game to them. And this is coming from someone who thinks all religions are bullshit. I believe all religions are bullshit. But the Christians in this country, stop being such fucking pussies. For the love of fucking Lucifer, just stop. You know? Like, fuck. This country was built with those beliefs, with Christian beliefs, and it's being taken over by other, which is fine. We're a melting pot of religions and cultures. But the fact that you get canceled if you make fun of Jews, you get canceled if you make fun of Muslims, but Christians are free game. In America, which was built on Christian beliefs. Are you fucking kidding me? Christians, grow a fucking pair. Seriously. Go home tonight, get on your knees, and pray to God and ask him to give you a big fucking pair of balls because you really need it. President Donald Trump announced during an appearance at the Museum of the Bible that he and his administration are working to rapidly end anti-Christian bias in America. First, President Donald Trump brought up that he created the first ever Department of Justice. You know, I know another man who has a strong attachment to justice. You know, he once dreamed of becoming the god of the new world. Oh, Light, how we need you now. Honestly, I wouldn't mind. I've said before, and I'll say it again. I made an entire video about it. If Light Yagami and Kira were a real person, I would totally be a Kira supporter. I don't care. 100% Kira supporter. I mean, not supporting him killing innocent people like law enforcement and stuff like that, but or FBI or whoever. But you know, sometimes you just need someone to become the god of the new world. The task force was announced and created back in February via President Trump, Trump's eradicating anti-Christian bias. Again, I appreciate the initiative, but it's not going to do anything. It's not. The order noted the purpose was to protect the religious freedoms of Americans and end the anti-Christian weaponization of government. Because again, we're living in a country that was built on Christian ideals and all that, and now Christians are the only ones you can openly mock. While everyone else, you say anything about them, you're fucking canceled. Make it make sense. And again, I think all religions are bullshit. But as I said earlier, Christians, you need to fucking grow a pair. Okay? Fucking grow a pair. Like, fuck. The order then cited various methods of anti-Christian bias that the Biden administration engaged in, such as arresting pro-life Christians for protesting by praying singing outside of abortion murder mills, labeling radical traditionalist Catholics as domestic terrorism threats, infiltrating Catholic churches as threat mitigation, and using the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission to propagate and force Christians to affirm radical transgender ideology. Next, it declared, my administration will not tolerate anti-Christian weaponization of government or whatever or unlawful conduct targeting Christians. The law the law protects the freedom of the Americans and groups of Americans to practice their faith in peace, not to be criticized or gone after or ridiculed or even canceled. My administration will enforce the law and protect these freedoms. Gonna be huge. The task force conducted its first meeting in April, where a number of witnesses shared their testimony about how they've been targeted by the Biden administration. Various administration officials, such as FBI Director Kash Patel and Secretary of State Marco Rubio, also shared what they thought they were doing to eradicate the anti-Christian bias within their institutions. After noting he created this task force, President Trump highlighted how big a problem this anti-Christian bias is. I'm not going to do it again. And for those people who that are a little bit naive or not well read, there are tremendous anti-Christian. There is a tremendous anti-Christian bias. We don't hear about it. We don't think about it. You hear about anti-Semitic, but you don't hear about anti-Christian. That's very true. Think about it. You never hear about anyone being anti-Christian. Christians, again, are the only people you can openly mock. Again, think of comedians. They don't go after the Quran and you know, people who are Muslim. They don't go after the Jews and the Torah. They go after Christians, Jesus, God, and the Bible. Because it is the only religion you are able to openly mock. You know, not having a strong, you have a strong anti-Christian bias, but we're ending that rapidly, I will tell you. I'll tell you, it's going to be huge. Huge numbers all over the country. Slowly getting large, big, peepee numbers of people who are able to openly practice their faith of Christianity without being mocked or ridiculed or canceled. We're in a much different place, much different world today than we were 1 year ago. This is like a different place. Okay, I have to. We're in a very much different world today than we were 1 year ago. 1 year, it was Sleepy Joe. This is like a different place. It's not controlled by Sleepy Joe and the corrupt left. President Trump not only noted that he's working to end the anti-Christian bias, but he highlighted how important Christianity is to the country, given the fact that it was founded on Christian beliefs. But yes, let's ostracize and mock and ridicule and cancel and go after the Christians. Ooh, evil Christians. But he highlighted how important Christianity is to the country. As president, I will always defend our nation's glorious heritage. I will always protect the Judeo-Christian principles out of our founding, and we will protect them with vigor. We have to bring back religion in America, bring it back stronger than ever before as our country grows stronger and stronger. To have a great nation is to have a great religion. As I'm reading his quote, and then I'm hearing it in his head, and I just kind of slowly start slipping in. You have to have religion. I believe that so strongly. The numbers back it up. They're great numbers. We've seen the numbers. There has to be something after we go through all of this. And that something is God. We go through all of this for a reason. It's not easy, believe me. Additionally, he announced that the Department of Education is announcing new guidance regarding prayer in schools. I'm pleased to announce that this morning that the Department of Education will issue new guidance protecting the right to prayer in our public schools and its total protection. which, you know, you have Muslim students who, whatever time of the day, they get down and pray. So, I mean, separation of church and all that. Like, oh, people shouldn't be doing that in school. Well, if these schools are going to allow the Muslim kids to pray, maybe Christian students might want to do the same. I mean, if we're just throwing out the rules here and you're going to let one group of people pray but not another, I'm just saying. That's why it's like either it should all be okay or none of it should be okay. Don't allow one group of students to do it and not another. Doesn't work like that. Again, I appreciate what he's trying to do, but in the end, Christians, it's got to be up to you. You got to grow a fucking pair. Seriously. Seriously. You need it. Okay? I don't believe in God. I think religions are bullshit, but it doesn't take a religious person to look at the crap going on in the country and seeing, yeah, Christians are the only ones you can openly mock. The only ones who are I guess you could say being persecuted. You know? So something's got to be done. This is America, which was founded with Christian beliefs, and now suddenly Christian beliefs are being looked at like fucking radical thinking. Like, oh, if you're a Christian, you're a fucking extremist. No, you're just fucking retarded. Oh no, little Jimmy is saying Jesus is Lord. People are being canceled for saying Jesus is Lord or Jesus is King. Are you that fucking triggered and that fucking sensitive that you're gonna cancel someone for saying that? But a fucking Muslim says Allah Akbar and you're like, oh my God, stunning and brave. Go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves. Anyway, it's not gonna do anything. We all know that. But I appreciate the attempt. But when it comes down to it, the only way to get your religion to not be fucking mocked and kicked, you know, have its dick knocked in the dirt is to speak up. You people are too fucking passive aggressive. You know, you'll say stuff but never really follow through. You know, you say, oh, well, I'm going to go protest or I'm going to say this. I'm going to then do it. Do it. Maybe we'd have to start taking, you know, rules and strategies out of the left's playbook. Go to people's homes. Actually, don't do that. Show up their offices, you know, the governors or senators and this and that, and protest. Except don't get violent, unlike the left. Because, you know, then you're no better than them. But protest. Show up in mass and protest. Let your voices be heard because that's your First Amendment right. And as long as you don't get violent, they can't say anything. So, Christians, you need to start defending yourselves. Seriously. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.